scene just flexing. Our jungle is massive. Easy.
Out of that, into this. This is Landslide Moving Fusion remix, forthcoming on Frontline. Shout to Pascal, who's out there in Ayanapa, or he might be back by now, I can't remember. Out there with all the mad people. Aya, Napa. Going to be playing something brand new from Moving Fusion later on in the show, but for now, just flicking with this one. Shout to the World Dance Massive. Last week was absolutely blazing. Also, a shout to Jumping Jack Frost, all the V Massive. I was down at Movement in Brixton at the Mass. Absolutely tearing. That's all I can say. Shout to Ada and Oliver. Movement Monthly. It's the one, you know. Don't forget monthly Fabric starts end of July for true players. If you've seen the advertisement and the posters about it, you know it's going to be a roadblock. So hopefully you won't miss it. And if you do, you know I'm going to be blagging about it on here anyway. Also shout to the Digital, got Saint to play from him, forthcoming on Global, a little later on in the show as well. Global thing. All the styles under one roof, drum and bass, jungle, global, hype.
saying? Representing the infamous Small D. Word up. Chillin' out in the UK with my man DJ Hype on Kiss FM 100, kid. It's hell on earth, yo. Chill, 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 chill.
Out of the Moving Fusion remix, and into this one, this is Conflict from Aberdeen, if you don't know them by now. I think this one's called Messiah. Very long intro. How are you doing, Amarad? How are you? Very powerful. Especially send this one out to Probe. as we come out of the hard stuff into something a little bit more bouncy and rolling. Oh, Melissa's had her what's-its. She does like a what's-it. This is called Clap Hands. Especially sending this one out to Pascal Zink, Andy C, Randall, Rocky, Swift. And all the true players massive. into this one, 174 Trek, the sister of the 138 Trek that is absolutely mashing up all different scenes at the moment, so that's quite good. shout to the GQ who's presently in the studio with us doing a little vocal mix of it. Also a shout to the Soldier for the promotional side.
Come on.
Just slip in a little smoothie one, you know. MJ Cole Intellects. Oh, fat bloke. Intellects, if you see him, he's getting fat, you know. Too many lagers, Mark. That's... Also, shout to all the Liverpool massive. Sammy, BC. This one's Be Sincere. Also, send this one out to DJ SS and all the Leicester Massive. Also, Great Groove Rider. We were at Fabric a couple of weeks ago. Nice and easy. Sunday night kiss. DJ Hype 100 times.
I'm crazy.
The ladies. This one's for the ladies. Especially send this one out as well to the young lady I saw at World Dance walking around. No, not like that. I just see her walking around, but I haven't seen. She had shorts, really little skimpy shorts, and the biggest, fattest pair of moon boots I've ever seen in my life. I didn't even know they still sold moon boots, and considering you don't go out in a vest, shorts, and moon boots. Well, you do, obviously. Somebody did, so shout out to you. I don't know what your name was, but you looked extremely funny. Also, shout out to the Desire Massive. And I haven't got a flyer, but all I know is Desire back very, very, very soon. I think the end of the month. Shout out to DJ Fantasy and Phil out there doing the flying, doing the grafting. Gonna keep it with the nice mellow things and just roll into something else called Casino Royale. That's all I'm gonna say about this one. Okay? Okay. This one kind of reminds me of the old sort of 60s Hawaiian programs. I don't even know if there wasn't. There was. Loads of Hawaiian 60s programs somewhere. I'll ask MC Fats in the week, he'll remember. Especially send this one out to Fabio. How's it going? No doubt we'll be getting you this one in the post.
Yo, from one Snoop to another, don't believe the hype. Chillin' with DJ Hype. Hype it up. Say what up to your dog Snoop for me, you heard? DPGC.
I feel the bass. I feel the bass.
Up before this one was Casino Royale. I'm not telling you what the artist is except to say, I'll let you know soon. Into this one, I'm sure you all know, this is Trinity on a double 12 by Chronic. I'm not actually sure if this is already out. I think it's coming very, very soon anyway. I'm 99.9% sure, as usual. Never 100%. Especially going out to my sister who got a degree. Well done, girl. 3 years of studying finally paid off, and it's her birthday this week. So shout out to one of my sisters. I've actually got two, you know what I mean? Shout out to both of them and the rest of the family, or I will get some stick. But shout out to everyone who's graduating or got their graduation this week. It's hard work. The students. Especially send this one out to the producer who just loves this music. Also send this one out to Clayton and all the Renegade Hardware Massive. Also book 'em and all the good-looking crew. Well, they're ugly, you know. They are. I've seen the pictures, mate. What an ugly bunch. Also shout to Keaton. And all the usual suspects. Has the record finished? No, yes. Remix. Oh. After this one, I'm going to be playing something from Digital, forthcoming on Global. I think it's going to be Global number 19, so something to watch out for in the future. It's called Tough Talking. Shout out to Digital. Also going to send it out to Nicky Black Market and all the Black Market crew, all right? Hype 100 times, kiss. Bringing back some of the jungle vibe from the drum and bass. Tough talking. Hype nut talking.
Check out the sounds of DJ Hype. DJ Hype. Todd Terry giving you mad respect.
Sounds of Danny Breaks. Forthcoming True Players EP stroke mini LP. Good to see I'm going to Belgium this year for the 10 Days of Techno Festival. Not that we're playing techno. Me and Zinc are going to do like a 2 mixers, 4 decks, back-to-back thing. We've done it in Spain a couple of times, and if it goes well in Belgium, we're going to be doing it in London a couple of times. So watch out for a little 4-deck, 2 DJs, 2 mixers, 4 decks, 2-hour set. You know what I mean? Try our thing.
your television. Cradling the set in your arms, find a stable surface and place her down. Connect her mains plug and slowly insert the male lead into the rear of the set. Gently tease her switch and turn to Kiss on channel 450. Et voilà, she's turned on. Stay sexy with Kiss, only on Sky Digital.
Sky, a digital vision for everyone.
Right, boss, if you want to look Helly Hansen, you need to caterpillar a bit speedo down to the Madhouse Superstore, Oxford Street, Mizuno through the Christian Diors and get a feel of what they got in store. It's all there. Ralph Lauren chaps, Ben Sherman, Kangol, Yves Saint Laurent, Calvin Klein, and there's no need to Versace about Armani, because Madhouse is the biggest jeans superstore in Europe, Pepe. So don't be a slassenger. Chiruti Ue Valentino to the Madhouse Superstore on Oxford Street at the Tottenham Court Road end, and Umbro or Levi's, unless of course you're a complete Dolce & Gabbana, in which case you can Lonsdale your Nikes and Reebok out of it.
Branches throughout London and 24-hour shopping at madhouse.co.uk.
Second experiment in disorientation conducted by Sci-Fi, and it's 17 seconds. Sci-Fi transmitting via cable, Sky Digital and satellite.
How do you want your kiss to sound?
Hype, 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 hype. 100.
100 FM, serving the universe.
Kiss 100.
The sounds of DJ Hype. DJ Hype. Todd Terry giving you mad respect.
The original Rough Ride. DJ Hype on Kiss 100. This is MC Ted. Roll in.
Let's get
from one Snoop to another, don't believe the hype. Chillin' with DJ Hype. Hype it up. Say what up to your dog Snoop for me, you heard? DPGC.
Let's go.
Give me the fun, hype, hype, give me the fun. DJ hype, hype, give me the fun, give me the fun, hype, hype, give me the fun. DJ hype, hype, give me the fun, give me the fun, hype, hype, give me the fun. DJ hype, hype, give me the fun, give me the fun, hype, hype, hype on. Give it. Fuera, DJ hype da. DJ hype, hype. Give me the fun. Fuera, DJ hype da. Hype fun.
Sunday nights, that's right. Holy hype. Holy. And I'm not talking sucks. Kicked off the show with something from me forthcoming in probably God knows when. And this one's a little Ganjaka remix from about 1.5 years ago. I think we've done it now. Still sounds good, that's why I always play it. I play nearly every set. Or like I said, thought I'd give it a little spin again. Always seems to do the damage. Don't forget, I'm taking you right away through till 2 o'clock. Remember, at 2 o'clock, you've got 4 Hero taking you through. All deep and ting.
DJ hype, hype, give me the fun. DJ hype, hype, give me the fun. Give me the fun. Give me the fun. DJ hype, hype, give me the fun. Give me the fun. DJ hype, 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 hype. Give it fun. Fuera, DJ hype da. give it on. Give it up on.
DJ hype in the mix, just mixing, just flexing. Our jungle is massive, easy.
I can't remember what this one's called, but it's the first release that was on MC Recordings, and this is now the Ray Keith remix of the same track. Shout out to GQ and Mark. MC Recordings. I'm not sure when this is being released, but this is a promo of it, so it can't be that long, so, you know, bear with it. I remember I played it a few months ago on the radio, on a dub. Vinyl's all the way now. Gonna slip into saying care of the sort of Ram stroke music house hood, okay?
In the red, in at 150 pounds with 2 turntables and a mixer. You have DJ Hype, 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 Hype.
Got to especially send this one out to Shimon, who, for those who don't know, is a bit of an extreme sports fan, so I've been told. You know, he'd done go-kart racing and snapped his leg. So he was limping around for about a year. Now he's got better, he's decided to do snowboarding and just been told he broke his wrist. So, Danger Bunny, you is not. Okay, Shim? Especially sending this one out to all the Cheap Booze Massive in Hackney. Also Tom, Lyndon, Terry, the decorator. All the Hype family.
original rough ride. DJ Hype on Kiss 100. This is MC Dead rolling.
We're funking it, we're really funky. Funky now. Something forthcoming on Intercom.
have to fart. Wait, before you do, pull my thumb.
Nothing but good taste in this show. As promised, this is something brand new from Moving Fusion, me tinks. Safe, guys, you can cut it, guys. Whatever you want, guys. Safe. Shout out to Moving Fusion. Just gonna go and do a wee-wee. See you in a minute.
You're listening to DJ Hype 100th time on Kiss FM. FM.
Out of that. Into this. This is Matrix. I think it's Matrix and Fierce. I'm not absolutely sure because, as I said earlier, I'm only ever 99% sure of anything. Forgive him for he know not what he talk about. He been in it a long time, but he don't know. Just a bad tune anyway. Nice little melody, nice little roller. Rolling it out. I'm going to send this one out to the Eastman who introduced me. Him and his girlfriend took me to some restaurant, like proper bigged it up how great it is, this Thai restaurant. I went home, I had pupalatas all night, man. Don't go there. My stomach did things I never knew it was capable of. Don't have the chicken noodle, right? You see that beeline melody in the background? That's my belly after a chicken noodle from this restaurant. I will not name it, but Eastman and all the Fever Massive know exactly what I'm talking about. Out of the Matrix. I'm glad I played it that long because I noticed it jumps like right near the end, so I know not to mix it for too long next time I'm out. This is Groove Rider, codename John, forthcoming on the Double 12 Prototype Pulse Remix, Sonar Remix. Inter, outer, shake it on about time, this one. Gonna send this one out to Tony Blair's son. You shoulda never. You know, we've all got drunk now and then. When I was 16, boy, I used to nick my mum's Bacardi, me, shut up and dance when we were about, I think we were actually about 14 actually, used to get so drunk. But you know, if my dad was the Prime Minister, boy, he would have beat me. I would have beat him anyway. So shout out to Tony Blair and his son, and I bet Tony's like, boy, good job that I didn't pass that law. Because he was going to pass a law anyway, drunken thugs on the street will get instant fines and all that. And a week later his son turns up drunk somewhere. And then you got Jack Straw and his son smoking weed. So I say, don't listen to what politicians say, watch what they do, or watch what their families do anyway. I'm watching you, Tony. Hey, Tony, don't ever me, Tony. Also got to dedicate this show, I forgot actually, because I know I said it was my sister's birthday. It's also my grandfather's birthday this week, so happy birthday, Grandad. He's 86. Boy, you know we ain't getting there. We ain't. We can say we want to, but we ain't. 86. Big up your chest, Grandad hype. As I said before, this is a double pack from Groove Riders Prototype label. It's codename John in the background. Send this out to Kenny Ken. Gonna move into something forthcoming from Technical Itch. A little nasty one. I'm gonna play it from the top. See what you think. Shout out to all the Bristol Massive. This is a proper little nasty one, so go dig it out. That was very nasty, wasn't it? Nasty. High 100 times Kiss FM, Sunday night, Monday morning. Gonna squeeze in a couple more before I bite the dust. 4 Hero up after me, remember that? Representing the Reinforced crew. Shout to Digo, long time no see, mate. Don't forget, next week you got Frost in the hot seat for the next 2 weeks. I'm off to Hong Kong and Taiwan, me tinks, if they let me in.
Let's get together. Let's get together. Let's get together.
Background, a little VIP mix of a track done last year or this year. You know what? I don't even know where I am doing things at the moment or when or whatever. This is a little remix we've done for Japan, and this is like the special that we made out of it for ourselves. Gonna squeeze in one more track, little super sharp Ready or Not mega mix that I play out, and it absolutely kills it everywhere from like the Mass in Brixton to Germany to whatever. The darkest dance where you think it ain't gonna drop, it kills it. So remember that when you hear it, okay? I'm out of here. I don't know who's on Wednesday. Might be Ray Keith. I know he was on Wednesday gone. I saw him. Hello, Ray. So Ray Keith, Andy or Red Russian Optical, I suppose, this Wednesday 2 till 4. And Frost next Sunday. I'm out of here. I'll see you soon. I'm going to leave you with one more. Bye.
Let's get together.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly.
fucking man, who the mention? The D, the E, the E, the J, the A, the Y, the H, the Y, the P, the E, the D, the E, the E, the J, the A, the Y, the H, the Y, the P, the E, the D, the E, the E, the J, the A, the Y, the H, the Y, the P, the E. Check it. I'm the fucking man, who the mention? Blazing the stuff that ain't like your lazy. Check it. I'm the fucking man, who the mention? Blazing the stuff that ain't like your lazy. Check it. I'm the fucking man, who the mention? Blazing the stuff that ain't like your lazy. Super sharp shooters shoot these shots. Super sharp shooters shoot these shots. Super sharp shooters shoot these shots. Shots.
If you're gonna step up to me, then you better say them.
Super sharp shooting shots. Check it. I'm the fucking man, who the mention? Blazing the stuff that ain't like your lazy. Check it. I'm the fucking check it. I'm the fucking
Ready or not, ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6 million ways. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 million ways. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 million ways. Check it. I'm the fucking man, who the mention? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 million ways. Now raise my trigger finger on your ears to death. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 million ways. Blazing the stuff that ain't like stimulation.
Kiss. How to turn on your television. Cradling the set in your arms, find a stable surface and place her down. Connect her mains plug and slowly insert the male lead into the rear of the set. Gently tease her switch and turn to Kiss on channel 450. Et voilà, she's turned on. Stay sexy with Kiss, only on Sky Digital.
Sky, a digital vision for everyone.
Right, boss. If you want to look Helly Hansen, you need to caterpillar a bit speedo down to the Madhouse Superstore, Oxford Street. Mizuno through the Christian Diors and get a feel of what they got in store. It's all there. Ralph Lauren chaps, Ben Sherman, Kangol, Yves Saint Laurent, Calvin Klein, and there's no need to Versace about Armani, because Madhouse is the biggest jeans superstore in Europe, Pepe. So don't be a slassenger. Chiruti Ue Valentino to the Madhouse Superstore on Oxford Street at the Tottenham Court Road end, and Umbro or Levi's, unless of course you're a complete Dolce & Gabbana, in which case you can Lonsdale your Nikes and Reebok out of it.
Branches throughout London and 24-hour shopping at madhouse.co.uk.
Second experiment in disorientation conducted by Sci-Fi, and it's 17 seconds. Sci-Fi transmitting via cable, Sky Digital and satellite.
How do you want your kiss to sound?
Innovations. For hero. Oh, Kiss
100 FM, serving the universe.
Kiss 100.
welcome. Once again, our solution. With Full Hair in the hot seat this week. Enough new music to play. Charlie Watts and Jim Keltner project, remixed there by Restless Soul. Coming up next, something new from KV5 featuring Julie Dexter.
Watching time so carefully. We can't control.
So real, no illusions. Can you see? Do you feel? Reaching you so real. Use your ears, hear the sound. Fusing elements, fusion sound. Powerful, it's from within. Never ends, never ending. Perfect union. The joining with no frustration. Union, this fusion. Spread love, then you'll overstand. And we build strong foundations. Live long perfections. Union call fusions. 'Cause we don't want confusion. Listen, daughter, listen, son, we give perfect union. Perfect union. Union, we strive for perfection. Use your eyes and your mind and you find fusion. One is all is one. Everything is fusion. Union through love, find